pipe goes behind it.
Almost knocked it off. Look at that. Looking a bit fresher, isn't it? I'm a mechanic now.
I think it's about time we get you some upgrades, isn't it?
Yeah, so guys, I feel like they need a little bit of context. So obviously they know already that we're very lucky to be in a position on the GCM channel where the MVT intercooler was provided by Direnza. This has done me a solid. We've had it on since it's been Bevo tuned. We've had it on since it's been Revo Stage 2 tuned, which it is now. And because they've made some amendments and they've obviously learnt from, if you like, the version 1, they've now created a version 2, which we've got behind the camera. And courtesy of this young man here, we're going to be taking this one out, putting in the revamped version, and hopefully fitting this one to one of my subscribers' cars. So if you guys are interested and maybe would like to get your hands on this one in perfect working order, just needs a little bit of a freshen up, which obviously I will do before we go about doing that, let me know in the comments. Obviously Direnza have approved that and said they'd be more than happy for me to gift this to one of you guys. So like I said, without waffling, old school one coming out, brand new one going in. So yeah, I'll
get this one off.
Guys, just a heads up, at this point my audio ironically failed on my expensive microphones. Now this was the point that I mentioned that if you watch the old MVT intercooler install, you will know there was a couple of errors that luckily Direnza have since fixed. Go on, shred it. Let's open this box. Don't cut my hand off.
I promise I won't.
You're all probably wondering, what on earth are you doing to your car? Now, obviously, when the version 2 intercooler goes on, all the version 1 piping needs to come off, doesn't it, lad?
Unfortunately so.
It does. So you've actually made some amendments to the piping since
the
last
pipework
time.
itself is being altered. We changed the bracketry on it just for a more better fit. Just a little tweaks because we weren't happy with how close it was to the sump. So.
Yeah, because it got quite close in here, and that's certainly
yeah.
something that I noticed that I didn't obviously express to you guys. I wanted to be polite.
Yeah.
But what's awesome is that you guys have fixed that anyway, and makes me super confident now when going with the version 2. And obviously we've got the radiator going in as well, and a bunch of other stuff that we're going to be showing you guys shortly.
Correct.
But yeah, amazing. So you're going to be taking off the pipes from the old MVT intercooler.
Yeah, which is the fun bit.
And we're going to be putting on the new ones. Right, what are you doing, good sir?
I'm taking out all your old coolant, ready for the new radiator.
Nice. So are these old radiators prone to leaking then?
Yeah, so obviously the plastic fail points, obviously hot and cold cycles, they're going to go brittle after time, so the seams do tend to go on them.
I'd be quite interested to see if we've had any deterioration over time, because although I don't have leaks like I used to have leaks, I've now replaced the piping. There is occasionally times where I'm like, oh, I had more coolant than that before.
And it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the reason. So it's interesting to get that close and have a look, really.
Yeah, as I say, our new radiators, they're full aluminium, so there's no fail points of going hot and cold, no brittle points, fully welded.
Nice.
It's a lot stronger.
Awesome. So just out of interest, I'm sure the viewers are probably wondering, when it comes to upgrading a intercooler, would you recommend doing a radiator as well, or is it something that isn't necessarily necessary, if you like?
It's not necessarily necessary, but
necessarily necessary.
a lot of the cases we find intercoolers are behind condensers, behind radiators. So to get the best out of your intercooler, it's always to have something fresh kind of in front of it. If you've got bent fins, it's going to obviously affect the airflow going to the intercooler. With this ST intercooler, luckily enough, it's at the front, so it's getting the most obviously from the airflow.
So we're talking about 150 for radiator-ish,
yeah,
about 450 for the MVT version 2, and plus and minus some labour. I'm actually in a position now where I'm hoping we find some issues with the radiator I've got currently, because naturally it makes it more exciting replacing it with a new one, and I can then hopefully iron out this, where's my coolant gone? Because
hopefully.
Yeah, it gets annoying.
Hopefully we can find the leak.
My neighbours aren't too pleased with the state of the driveway, so yeah, let's try and not get soaked.
So just lower it down now and take the cap off the coolant bottle. Saves that massive dramatic effect of it going everywhere.
Right, do you want me to do it now? Right, so I'm going to take the cap off the coolant bottle now, and then you'll see a giant gush. Oh, she's a gusher.
It's a nice little trick. If you don't take the cap off first, you can get the bleed screw out without soaking yourself.
Progress is being made, boys. So you're going to put that coolant back in?
No, we'll put fresh coolant in.
Okay. The old radiator has actually bowed. So as you mentioned, it looks like it's ready to burst. Yeah, I'm glad we're replacing it though. Definitely. Excited to show you guys what's in this box. Right guys, so it makes complete sense before fitting the radiator to the ST alongside the version 2 MVT intercooler that we actually show you the condition of the old archaic 2006 radiator. Now, you said off camera how bad a condition it's in, and you've actually mentioned it's a little bit broken.
Yeah, so as you can see here, it's ready to pop.
So it's buckled down the bottom almost. It looks like it's ready to burst.
Yeah, so obviously if that seam goes, then obviously there's going to be a load of coolant everywhere.
Yeah, and you've also mentioned as well that a lot of the fins are not in the nick that they should be, put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So air won't be passing through these correctly. We've obviously got a lot of build up there from just general dirt.
Yeah, just time. So what you've actually done, guys, so if you don't know already, I'm sure a lot of you realise this already, but the actual fan for the radiator itself sits on the back. You have since taken it off and installed it onto the new one. So I'm going to pass you the old one quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you guys the new one that we will be fitting. So as you can see, the fan has been slotted into the back of the new item from Direnza, and this is the brand new one that we're going to be fitting into the car very, very shortly. Yeah, so it looks pretty nice, guys. Obviously, it's super shiny. Hopefully, we can see it in the engine bay as well. Nothing beats the look of fresh new parts. But yeah, before I start waffling even more, let's get the radiator fitted, let's get the condenser put back in place, and then let's go ahead and install the brand new black MVT version 2 intercooler. I'm excited. Let's get a move on.
Let's crack on.
Right, so Scott, what I've noticed is that you're actually putting the radiator onto the old bracket. Is that normal for every single upgrade that we do here?
This just makes installing it a lot easier. So obviously getting that bracket on, it's got 2 locating lugs at the top. We just slot them in, get it bolted up.
Cool, so there's going to be no fitment issues. Hopefully this goes in smoothly. And then the version 2 intercooler goes in too. So yeah, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
So, out of interest, is this an easy refit? That's what I want to know.
Fingers crossed, yeah, it should be. Obviously, we do have a bigger capacity radiator than the stock. It is slightly bigger.
Okay.
So, there's a little bit of fettling about, but it should just go straight in.
Cool.
It's
well,
a direct replacement.
Yeah, you know, well, does it go behind this pipe or in front of it?
It goes behind this pipe, so like that. So,
okay, so
that pipe goes behind it.
Almost knocked it off.
And try not to get coolant all over you. Or me.
Bloody hell.
Right.
Ding dong merrily on high. Let's push this radiator in. Oh my God, my shoes are wrecked. Don't worry, they weren't white. Right, mate, you smashed it out of the park.
Yeah, radiator's all done. That's all bolted back up, condenser's back on. So that one's ready to go, ready for the intercooler to be fitted.
Awesome, can't wait. Let's get started. So just off camera, we've been discussing the various changes they've made with the piping system that actually goes with the MVT version 2 intercooler from Direnza. And one thing that I noticed when fitting this, which goes in there, is that the fitment, although it worked, it was a bit of a squeeze, to say the least. And obviously with a silicone pipe like so, naturally the more it's squeezed, the more restriction it's going to have. Obviously this being the airflow, this is what helps the car breathe. To find out that they've since made those adjustments and now this goes in more efficiently makes me incredibly happy. And I really hope you guys are on board with the fact that they've listened to our feedback and they have made adjustments. So not only are they using the same materials as some of the bigger names, and they're using the same fitment, they're making the same power. So guys, personally, if I saw parts that did the same thing and had the same tuning potential and cost less money, need I say any more? So yeah, we're gonna fit this. I'm super stoked to finally be getting the car more towards that stealth look that I've always been working towards. Sorry guys, I completely forgot. This bit that goes underneath the car next to the sump has been adjusted as well, so that it's not so close to the sump now. Obviously much better fitment, and better still, it's black.
Yes.
Stealth. So let's put it all on and we'll show them just how it looks.
No problem.
Right, kind sir, let's get this intercooler in.
Yes, indeed.
What are you reckoning? Straight fit, no adjustments needed?
It's a bit of a fiddly one, obviously, with the brackets, but you won't need to do any adjustments. So.
Okay, so pick it up off the floor, stick it in?
Yeah.
Right, guys, so obviously these brackets are a bit different. The map sensor holder is a little bit of a better design, and obviously it looks a lot fresher. So yeah, also it's got the horn attachment on top, which the old one didn't have, and it's got a lovely little logo. So yeah, let's get this bad boy in. You guide me, because I'm a noob.
Yeah, if you just take it up there and then go over the bracket.
Am I being an idiot? Go on then, swap sides.
Yeah, perfect. So,
look at that. Looking a bit fresher, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
more precision fit.
That looks so good. Ugh. Sexy boys. Wait, that was really out of context. I'm not saying you two are sexy boys. Wait, no, hold on. I'm not saying, I'm just digging a hole.
You're just offending me now.
I'm not saying you're not sexy boys, but I wasn't saying, oh, for God's sake. It looks good. All I was saying is, version 2, much nicer. What do you reckon? Off camera, lovely? Looks good. Looks good, doesn't it? Probably can't hear him because I've got these wireless mics on, guys, so sorry about that. But there is a guy that works at Direnza that says it looks good. He's not biased, I promise. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, ladies and gents, so I'm sure you can probably tell, intercooler is now on, radiator is now fitted. You probably can't see this, but coolant has now been filled up. So we're pretty much ready to turn the car on now, so that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully the coolant levels go down, as you were saying just now.
Yeah.
And hopefully, all things will be good to go. So we do have some spaces to fit still. To my knowledge, they're the 2025s, replacements of the ones that I've already got. And we're actually gonna take the induction kit and do that in another video. So look forward to that one. But yeah, I guess keys are over on the back shelf.
Yeah. Okay, start.
We're gonna get the car turned on and hopefully we'll be good to go. Seems good so far. Oh, as we can see, coolant's already shot down, so that's a good sign. We can then go ahead and top it up. How good does that look now? I'm so impressed, so chuffed with that. So radiator's been done, intercooler's been done. We now have an actual horn location slot for, yeah, the horn, obviously. But that's a good sign, that's a good sign. We didn't have it before. It was flapping all over the place, which obviously going over bumps would cause vibration. So guys, now the intercooler's done, Direnza wouldn't have it any other way than replace the 20 and 25mm spaces that I already have on the ST with Direnza's own 25 and 20mm. Now the 25s go on the rear and the 20s go on the front. You'll find that with the big Brembo kits that I've got, or just the RS 19-inch wheels, you do actually need spaces to make them fit. So we're going to get to that. We're going to replace the ones that we've already got with the Direnza ones. Hopefully they'll look a lot nicer. And then we'll get to checking my brakes because I've had a bit of an issue with them recently. And also putting the front bumper back on the car. Guys, honestly, we've done bits today at Direnza, so stoked. But let's get to it. We'll show you the process in the fastest way we can, and we'll get to the front bumper just after that. Right guys, so just really quickly, I found out while standing next to the Direnza office that they actually have a job going. So if you're local to Manchester and you would like a customer service job in the car scene and you have a passion for cars, get at them on Instagram, send them your CV and get in touch, because having been here for the whole day, trust me, it's going to be worth your time. They have got loads of opportunities lined up for you. Guys, look at this. The old intercooler has come out. Remember, this is version 1. It is completely still working, but obviously they've made adjustments. The brackets are now slightly different. The map sensor, am I right in saying the map sensor attachment is slightly different too? Obviously the new one is black, and unlike this one, the new one has the horn attachment just here, which makes it a lot easier. Now, second to that, if you didn't gauge it from earlier in today's video, the radiator has now been replaced because this was close to dying a very early death. Well, not technically, 15, 16 years. It's done all right, can't complain. So yeah, radiator's been replaced. The MVT intercooler has been replaced. I'm actually going to be giving this one away free of charge to one of my viewers. So stay tuned for that. If not, message me and give me a good reason why you deserve it on your car. It's going to come with all the hard piping kits as well, which is down here, and some of the Samco hoses and whatnot. I'm going to get those cleaned up, get them all sorted. But for now, before we put the bumper back on the car, we're sorting out the Direnza spacers. Remember guys, these are the 20mm, and the one in your hand right now is the 25. So yeah, looking forward to getting those on. As you can see, they look a lot smarter than the silver ones. So yeah, guys, I am going to stick these ones up for sale. Obviously, if anyone wants a set of spacers so that you have the same style arch gap as myself, then get in touch. 25 and 20. What a result. He has just fixed the brake issue I had. So let me go and show you exactly what it was.
So the connecting piece, which obviously sends brake fluid to each side of the caliper, was left loose. So every time you were applying brakes, it was obviously leaking from these banjos, not giving you full braking potential, which would probably only work in the bottom pistons, probably doing the top slightly. So now these are tightened up, we'll get them bled back up, and you'll have full braking capacity again.
Now, second to that, what else was causing that whining, squelching sound?
So every time you were on full left lock, you would have been pushing this cowling because it was left loose into the crank pulley, which you can see.
So as you can see there, guys, it's been making all kinds of noise. So that going against it would have caused the squelching, and that cracking noise is what I was dealing with. So yeah, we're going to temporarily pull that away. I don't quite know how you're going to do that.
We're going to tie it securely to the under tray where it's meant to be.
You're an absolute G. Thank you so much for helping. You've obviously done loads of stuff today already, but that bit I'm eternally grateful for anyway, because naturally my safety is more important than a fancy intercooler,
of course,
spaces, this, that and the other. So guys, like I said, it's great doing car mods yourself. It's great, you know, having the willpower to maybe go about and learn a new skill, but do not let your pride affect the ability to go and ask a professional, look, have I done it right? Have I been making the right choices? And more importantly, just go and ask someone that knows. I mean, this is a prime example, someone that knows. I know about making videos, he knows about tuning up cars. So guys, learn something from the mistakes that I've made, because then you don't have to make the mistakes that I've already done. So yeah, we'll see you slightly later when the car's a little bit more finished. Car is now done. You can't see a grey, ugly-ass intercooler. Obviously, as amazing as it was, I bodge-jobbed it so bad that, yeah, I'm just relieved to have a black one in there. Big, big thanks to this guy, because obviously he's done all the work on the car today, the spacers, the radiator, the intercooler. Guys, it's been amazing. And he's also fixed the brakes, so they're now better. They have no air bubbles in them. And you also fixed the squelching, we think. But guys, honestly, as much as this man is amazing, we need to go inside and say thank you to the team at Direnza. Honestly, as always, of course, I will link all of that info in the description section below in case you want to find something for yourself. But yeah, guys, the ST is one step closer to where we want it to be, and I'm so, so chuffed. Scott, only because the team won't speak to me, do you have anything to say?
It's been a pleasure for meeting you, and thank you for letting us work on your car.
I mean, just, yeah, anything to say in regards to maybe the fit of everything? You're happy with the way it all went on the car?
Yeah, exactly, like I say, it's revision 2, so everything's a lot better fit now. We've gone back, obviously, on the drawing board. We've seen the problems, we made sure that that's not an issue anymore. So hoping that we see a lot more out there in the market.
I just really relish the transparency, because you haven't hidden the fact that you made a small error on the first setup. I suppose that's what bringing out new versions of are all about, is that you rectify those issues. And you're in a position now where you're showing your transparency, which offers me a tremendous amount of value. The version 1 was amazing all the same, but the version 2 is just better. So
yeah, better
win-win, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, everyone here, thank you. We love you all. You're welcome. Yeah, you need to make your own chili. They're gonna hate me in a second, guys. Honestly, before I get kicked out, I should probably